How are you capturing their attention? How are you pulling them in? How are you showing them that what you're about to say is the best thing that they've ever heard and makes them want to stick around to hear what else you're going to say? Obviously, we know that this is why we created such short videos with TikTok and Reels and YouTube Shorts, and why it's really easy to keep people on for 15 seconds. But after that, it's really hard to keep their attention. We want to not only pull them in at the beginning of the video, but we want to create opportunities throughout the video to be able to pull them in. And this is interesting because as someone who's been testing TikTok lives and someone who has created a strategy to keep people not only on during the live, but because people are constantly scrolling, right, on a TikTok or any other platform, but they're constantly scrolling. So it's like, how can I get them to not only come on at the beginning, but throughout the actual live? And if they come on at the beginning, how am I going to keep them hooked through different aspects? If I'm, let's say, doing a 10-minute or 15-minute or a 25-minute live video, right? And so this is truly, truly, truly important because I believe this can maximize for not only the live opportunity, it can also maximize for the replay. So whether you're doing live video or you're doing recorded video, I think there is an opportunity to really impact both of those from the things that I'm going to teach you today. So number one, why do we want to grab their attention right away? Well, attention is currency. Plain and simple. If you don't have their attention, you're not getting anything else, right? So attention is currency. If we do not grab their attention, we are missing out. And people are scrolling so fast. There is a ton of noise on social media. No matter what platform you're on, there's a ton of noise. So you have literal seconds. Last I heard, it was 3 seconds. I believe it's less than that to grab their attention. If you don't hook them immediately, they're going to move on. We have short attention spans. We love instant gratification. We love instant dopamine hits as a society. And so if we do not hook them in, there's no reason for them to stick around. Attention leads to engagement. Engagement leads to more visibility, increased visibility, right? And visibility can lead to sales. So this is crucial for anyone growing their business, for anyone who wants to expand their business, for anyone who wants to grow their subscribers, their followers, and all of those things. This all matters. So number one, we want to pull people in with a bold statement. We want to pull people in with a question. We want to shock them. We want to challenge them. We want to call them in. We want to call them up, right? Because if we're not, then we're missing out, because there's this brain science thing that says if I can get people to not have the answer to the question, we call this an open loop, right? We're going to keep them on a lot longer because people's brains want to know the answer. This is like very similar to a Netflix or a show or a book that has a series that leaves you on a cliffhanger. You want to know what happens next. Your brain struggles to know what is happening. What is the next thing that's happening? And that's why we also binge, right? Because if all the episodes are available, we literally cannot stop. We can't stop. Have you ever been one of those people that reads a book and you're like, just one more chapter, just one more chapter, just one more chapter. And before you know it, you've read the whole entire book. Like guilty. So feel this, right? So if your content isn't getting engagement, like this is why, right? So how can we say, if your whatever pain point that your audience has isn't getting results, right? This is why. What's in it for them? We want to make sure that we're sharing that with them, right? The secret to the thing no one's ever told you, right? You're going to want to hear this, like pulling them in with whatever it is that you do and hooking them in. It's so important to grab attention immediately. The other thing that we forget about that grabs attention is on video, your background, your mannerisms, how you're commanding attention or attracting attention. Are you in the same exact place all the time? Are you mixing it up? You know, one of the things that my clients say, like their videos are kind of getting no traction or they're not pulling people in, I'm like, go outside. Go outside, go to a different place, go to a different location. You're going to pull people in, right? And the next thing we want to do is we want to grab or have pattern interrupts. Do something unexpected. This can be in the middle of your video. This could be like, yeah, this could be jumping up and down. This could be like dropping a mic drop quote or a mic drop question that people are like, oh my gosh, I've never thought of this before, right? And so you want to create this pattern interrupt. This is speaking with energy. This is changing your tone. This is moving closer to the camera. This is using emojis and spacing and bold text and captions when you are writing text, right? We always want to create pattern interrupts. And there's ways we can do it on video. There's ways we can do it in text. There's ways we can do it on carousels. And it's like, where can I put in the pattern interrupt to keep people paying attention, right? The next thing we want to do is we want to make it about them. Because if it is not, if they don't feel there's anything in it for them, they're going to move on. People care about what benefits them. This is what I talk to my clients about all the time when it comes to selling. Stop talking about the features, talk about the results, talk about the transformation, talk about the identity shift, right? Instead of, I have something to share, I can't wait to tell you. Like, those statements are never going to pull them in. But here's how you're going to want to know this. You're going to want to take this to the next level. Like, really putting that word you in there, because it's going to pull them in and help them understand really quickly, this is for me. I got to know this information, right? The next thing is we want to make it clear and simple. Confused people are going to scroll away. This is why we want to repeat ourselves multiple times in a piece of content, especially in a video, especially in a long form video. So we want to keep it clear and simple. We want to create opportunities to repeat things in a different way. Even if there is one main point for your piece of content, we want to make sure that we are repeating it in different ways. The other day I did a video, we were talking about perfectionism, and it was one of the blocks to visibility. Okay, well, we've heard all the quotes, right? We've heard the quotes that progress is progress over perfection. What's the other quote? There's a bunch of perfection quotes, right? And so we can say that in different ways. And my favorite one was imperfect action is better than perfect inaction, right? And so saying those things multiple ways, each person is going to have a connection with one of them, maybe not all three of them, that really land and help them work through whatever is holding them back when it comes to being a perfectionist, right? Okay. The next thing is we get to tell them what to do next. It's like, don't just get attention. Don't just pull them in. What is the next step? What's the next step after this video? Do you want them to subscribe to my channel, right? Do you want them to follow? Do you want them to drop a comment in the chat if they want the next thing? Like, what is the next thing? Do you want them to drop an emoji if this resonates? Drop your biggest takeaway. Reminding them to interact, right? And interacting with you is going to help you become more memorable to them as well, because they're going to remember taking action and actually implementing that comment in that post. All right. So we want to rework all of our intros. We want to make them bold, clear, and engaging. We want to keep it about our audience. It's not about you. It's not about you. What's in it for them? We want to hook them in. We want to give them massive value, and we want to direct them to take action. Not just like, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for showing up to my live. Like, no, it's so much more than that, right? So we want to hook them in, give them value, and direct them to the next thing. So if you are watching this video, make sure that you go check out the freebie that's in the description, right? As simple as that. Or make sure you tap above and subscribe. Make sure you, whatever it is that you want them to do. So when you are struggling to get attention, make sure you are implementing these things into your strategies, especially if you're using video content, because again, there is a lot of noise, there is a lot of scrolling going on, and you have literal probably a second, not even 3 seconds anymore, to grab them in, to pull them in, and to help them stay engaged with the piece of content that you're creating.